Joesdale Gym. And the second varsity game in tonight's South Dakota High School Activities Association basketball doubleheader, where we will have the visiting Douglas Patriots taking on their own Brookings Bobcats. This contest is being conducted by the administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. We encourage you to support your team in a positive manner while pursuing victory with honor. Sportsmanship is all about respecting the game, each other, and yourselves. Please enjoy the game and support these student athletes while modeling good sportsmanship. The national anthem was played prior to the girls' game earlier tonight, so we will not need to play it again. Now, let's meet the lineups for tonight's boys' game. First, the Patriots. At guard, number 0, a 6'0" junior, Isaiah Wood. At forward, number 1, a 6'5" junior, Connor Wright. At guard, number 2, a 6' senior, Hayden Walters. At guard, number 4, a 5'11" junior, Lane Hudson. And at guard, number 13, a 6'5" senior, Brock Morgan. The Patriots are coached by Travis Miller, who is assisted by Craig Bloom, Travis Laverick, and Jeff Bill. And now for your Brookings Bobcats. First for the cheerleaders, Katie Marshall, Brooklyn Ballas, Lucy Simmonsbach, Logan Regal, Diana McClemmons, Kennedy Ronnie, and Chloe Barber. And now, before we meet the Bobcat starters, through the generous organization and sponsorship of the Brookings Basketball Association, here are tonight's future Bobcats. First up for the future Bobcats, we'll have Roy the One Artist. Roy is a second grader from McClary Elementary. He loves the Brookings Bobcats, as well as draining half-court shots. Roy is currently set to become the #1 pick in the next NBA draft. Next, let's meet the charming Charles Lee. Charles is a second grade small forward at Hillcrest Elementary who loves crossing up his defenders. It is inevitable that Charles will become the greatest of all time. And now, the starting lineup for the Brookings Bobcats. At guard, number 2, a 6'2" junior, Jones Hunter. At guard, number 3, a 6'2" junior, Brody McCarty. At guard, number 4, a 5'10" senior, Jonathan Taylor. At guard, number 10, a 5'11" junior, Drew Johnson. And at forward, number 11, a 6'5" junior, Bergen Tetzlaff. The Bobcats are coached by Mike McCurdy, who is assisted by Jerry Huntsman, Joel Richardson, and Carter Hall. Tonight's very trainers are Savannah Madeline and Eric Curry. Our officials are Andy Denner, Adam Kellenberger, and Chad Bosco. The game administration tonight
win, so they know this is a big game for them, not only to get a victory, that first one under their belt, but like you mentioned, it's also fun to play spoiler, and if you can knock a team out of that Sodak 16, like Douglas, who is ranked 16, that's got a little bit of more momentum on your side to try and knock them out.
Got to be mean about it. The opening tip won by the Bobcats. Bergen Tetzlaff won the jump. Right wing, it is Kaler now for the Bobcats, as they're going left to right from our vantage point in the Dallas Cole press box. Hesitation dribble by McCarty, goes to Johnson, top of the key of the backcourt, left wing Kaler to McCarty. Goes in the post for Tetzlaff, dribbles, pump fakes, and the step through move left it no good off the bottom of the rim, and diving for the loose ball is Tetzlaff from his side. He gets it to Hunnemer, who airballs the three, and Tetzlaff can't save it in. He stepped on the end line. before saving it back in underneath the hoop. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction, a sponsor of high school sports here. Patriots with the ball for the first time. It is Walters, and he passes to the elbow. It's intended for Morgan. He almost lost it. Picks it up, goes left wing now for Walters. Walters looking into the post, dribbling, and he picks it up, goes cross court all the way. Dangerous pass. It bounces low. Isaiah Brewer tips it, now picks it up deep in the backcourt. Dribbles into the lane, and the lefty runner no good. Rebound tipped out, and now tracked down by Hunnemer. He gets it to Kaler. Kaler across the timeline to Johnson. In the corner for McCarty. Out to Johnson, who's going to hoist and hit. Drew Johnson starts the scoring. 3-0 Brookings with 6:45 to play first quarter. Walters goes to right. They go to the baseline for Wright. Now has it from Brewer, rather. And turnaround jumper in and out, no good. Rebounded by Tetzloff. And McCarty has it. Out ahead to Hunnemer. Hunnemer guarded by Caden Walters. Top of the key, Johnson. Heat check from 24. Nothing but net. And he's popped. 6-0. All 6 points scored by Drew Johnson.
And we've seen a game earlier this year where he dropped 7 of them. So, I mean, we know he's a shooter. He finally gets to start tonight. He's kind of proven his point of, hey, I'm starting for a reason. Hopefully he keeps shooting as well as he did, or he watched Macy even the game before.
Brewer turnaround shot in the lane, left short, no good. Rebound by McCarty. Drew Johnson getting the start because Jace Bauer out with a foot injury. Left wing, Hunnemer tries, he hits. He airballed his first one, he gets that one, nothing but net. 3 threes to start the game for the Bobcats. They're up 9-0 early, and the Douglas Patriots have to call a quick timeout to discuss a couple of things, as they have yet to get any points on the board. 9 rip. Bobcats shooting well early.
Shooting extremely well, and that's again something we've kind of seen from this team this year as well. They've got shooters on their team. It's been some games where they just don't have it going like they do right now, so an unbelievable start for them to come out 3 or 4 from beyond the arc. And now this is something where they need to keep this momentum going. Would love to see them shooting this well. Can probably assume it might not be 75% all night, but still, now that you've got that 9-0 lead, use it to your advantage and do this for 4 quarters, like we said before the game, to get that first win.
They're eyeing 100. I can feel it. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Douglas with the ball out of the timeout. And Isaiah Brewer will bring it up. Guarded by Kaler. Man-to-man defense for Brookings. Brewer gets a pick down the left side of the lane. Scoops it off the board. No good. Strong as Kaler caught up on defense. Up ahead now to Johnson. Johnson dribbles toward the corner. Goes right wing for McCarty. McCarty holds on. Goes in the post for Tetzloff. Tetzloff fakes the pass. Dribbles. Backs his way underneath. Tried to go reverse layup. No good. Rebound tipped around and now grabbed by Walters. Walters hesitation dribble behind the back, into the front court, loses it, regains it, lost it, regained it again. Now it gets it tipped away by McCarty and regains the dribble. Goes left elbow, goes right wing pass. And that is for Paulson. We're going to get a whistle away from the ball in the post as he was looking to get it in to Brewer. And the foul is going to go on John Kaler. First of the game for either team. Brewer inbounding underneath right side. He gets it into Morgan. Lobbed in for Brewer. Bracketed by defenders, puts it up in traffic, no good. Weak side board grabbed by Hunnemer. He'll bring it across. Hunnemer right wing, bounced it into the baseline. It's to the post rather. It's kicked back at him by Walters. It stays with Brookings. Say thanks to Bose Construction for being a sponsor here. Hunnemer inbounding it near sideline, right in front of Douglas's bench. He gets it in the corner for Tetzloff. Tetzloff right wing to Johnson. Left side now for McCarty. McCarty goes left hash area for Hunnemer. He's looking, goes in the corner now for Kaler. Kaler holds, guarded by Paulson. He dribbles now, picks it up, goes to Johnson. From the left wing, a 3, rolls another one in. That is the 3rd 3 for Johnson already. He's got 9 of the 12 for Brookings. The other one on a 3 from Hunnemer.
He hesitated on that one too. He caught it, thought about it, and then he kind of figured, you know what, I've hit my first 2, I'll just throw this one up, and then bang, it's his 3rd.
I think he may have almost lost the ball and repositioned his hands or something. It looked a little awkward, but he put it up and in. On the other end, Brewer takes it into the lane. He's fouled, and he'll have a couple free throws. Foul went on Kaler. That is his 2nd quick one. Lefty Brewer, free throw in and out, no good. It remains a scoreless first quarter for Douglas. Kaler sits down, and coming in for Brookings is going to be Gavin Smith. Brewer trying to get that 0 off the board for Douglas, and he does. Rattles in that second free throw. 12-1 Brookings. Hunnemer inbounds to Johnson. Evan Smith, a good shooter as well if he gets a look. Hunnemer dribbles. Goes for Johnson, top of the key. Johnson hounded now and by number 12, Hayden Hand. We're going to get a whistle in the backcourt. It looked like Douglas was going to come away with a steal. But they had a hack on the arm, and it's going to go against Caden Walters. First of the game for Douglas. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System. They're sponsors of high school sports here. Hunnemer goes in the corner for Johnson, who lobs it in the post for Tetzlaff. Above the left block, dribbles, spins down the left side of the lane, goes up with the left hand, and puts it up and in off the board as he just backed his way right to the hoop. Tetzlaff with 2. Right wing, it is Brewer. He goes top of the key for Walters. Walters, ball fake, dribbles, 19-footer, left wing, no good, rebound. Skying for it was Tetzlaff, bringing it up now Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles left side, lost the ball, now kicks it out of bounds. It'll go back over to Douglas. He was trying to scoop it off to Smith, just lost it and kicked it out of bounds. Walters will bring it up for Douglas, directing traffic. There's left wing now for Hayden Hand. Top of the key for Joshua Divis, the 6'6 junior. And dribbling in and trying to take it up as Walters got it swiped away. It'll go out of bounds. Last touched by Brookings. The big man, Winston Plummer, checking in for the first time. They'll give Hunnemer a break. So both of their big men in there, Tetzlaff and Plummer at the same time. Inbounding near the baseline is going to be Walters. He gets it into right, back to Walters. And he'll call out the play. 15 on the shot clock. Gets a pick. Pulls up from the top of the key and banks in a 3 and left the hand up there as though that's what he was trying. Nobody buys it, but that's fine. It counts. 14-4. First bucket for Caden Walters. Johnson goes in the corner for McCarty, who dribbles in the front court. Tried to go back door. It's tipped away by Divis and taken away by Brewer. Brewer gets it stripped away, and it bounced off his chest out on the left wing for Walters, who dribbles it in, takes it in, scoops it between 2 defenders. Brewer took it up, got it blocked by Plummer and or Tetzlaff, and now Plummer has it. Loose ball, gives to Johnson. He'll dribble it across the timeline. Johnson gets fouled in the backcourt as reaching in was Hayden Hand, who gets Johnson on the hand. And it'll be the first foul for Hayden Hand. Smith will inbound, far sideline. The intensity amping up here in the arena.
It has, yeah. And again, this is something that Brookings hasn't found themselves in a lot of positions with a lead in the first quarter like this. So again, hopefully they can use that to their momentum. Nice shot there from Brody McCarty.
McCarty spawned just above the right block and put it up in traffic. Nice floater. His first bucket at 16-4 Brookings. Brewer, left wing for Hand. He'll pull up from the left wing and high off the backboard. Air ball, no good, not even close. I think he might have gotten hit in the face incidentally on the way up, or he's faking like he did. And in the lane above the right block, about the same spot he was on the last shot. This time, though, he's hacked and he puts it in. Brody McCarty, his second bucket of the game. He's got 4 and trying to finish it off from the stripe. Foul went on. Hayden had his second quick one. Tetzlaff sits down. Hunnemer back in. Coming back in, number 4, Lane Paulson. I'm guessing he's going to check back in for Hayden Hand, who picked up the foul. And he will. Hayden Hand.
Looked like he got hit in the mouth.
Yeah, he may be bleeding or
yeah.
I thought maybe he was holding on to a contact, but that doesn't look
I
like
think
it.
he got hit in the mouth, it looked like.
Yeah. Maybe taking care of some blood over there, it looks like. And McCarty rattles in the free throw. He's got 5. And the Bobcats up 15, 19-4 here early, coming up on 2 to play in the first quarter. I want to say thanks to Kubota Farmers Implement for being a sponsor. Caden Walters going to dribble to the near sideline and get a timeout from his bench. And it'll be a full timeout. We'll take 30 of it with him. 2:03 to go here, first quarter. Bobcats leading 19-4 over Douglas. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Selecting is pleased to be a community partner of Brookings High School. Dedicated to science and exploration, Selecting Brookings works to improve your everyday life and ensures we have about a 10 feet away from Selecting technology. Little Bobcats. Central Business Products has provided innovative office solutions and complete satisfaction through service, training, and customer support. In the Brookings area for nearly 40 years, and is a proud supporter of Brookings Bobcats.
Powered by Brookings Auto Mall, presented by Cover Sports Bar and Grill and the Brookings Radio Sports Network. On to the timeout. It is 19-4. Brookings with a 15-point lead, 2:03 to go. It'll be Douglas ball. Ball inbound between the Bobcats bench and the scorer's table on the near sideline. Wayne Paulson will inbound it. Bobcats looking to go man-to-man here. As they'll get it into Brewer, left wing. Dribbles down, left block, turnaround shot over Smith. No good short. Smith with the rebound. Now Gavin brings it up across the timeline into the front court. Kicks it out on the wing. Johnson left open again. No good on that one. Weak side rebound grabbed by Huntemer. The putback left it short. No good. Rebounded by Walters. And he'll bring it up for the Patriots. Couple chances for the Bobcats. Come up short. Walters hesitation dribble into the front court. Scoops the top of the key. The lefty Brewer. Three. No good short. McCarty rebound. Out ahead to Smith. Smith into the front court. Back to the basket. Between two defenders. Scoops it out to Plummer. Plummer takes it in the lane and got the whistle. We're going to say that's a tied up. I thought he was going to get the foul call. I think they got it right, though. Looked like it was tied up. In the arrow in favor of Douglas. John Kaler will check in. And along with Tetzloff, sitting down, going to be Drew Johnson and Brody McCarty. 1:27 to go, first quarter. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Brewer will bring things up for the Douglas Patriots. They play a little positionless to the Patriots. Bounce in the post now for Divis, the 6'6" junior. Turnaround shot is blocked by Plummer. He goes to the floor, and they'll get the foul call. And that's a 6'6" Beanpole going up against a 6'7" Winston Plummer, who is not a Beanpole.
Not a Beanpole.
And he goes to the floor, and when you're big like that, sometimes fouls unfairly go against you. I think that's what happened there. That looked like a pretty clean block. And Divis was falling away. Had he gone into him, maybe. Divis hits the first free throw. It's 19-5. Second free throw is good for Divis as well. 19-6 rather. 13-point lead for the Bobcats. 1:15 to play first quarter. Kaler starts things off against the zone defense. It's like a 3-2. See much of the 3-2 these days. In the backcourt, Kaler dribbles, picks it up, goes right wing now for Huntemer, who pump fakes, dribbles baseline, pump faked again, goes in the backcourt for Kaler. Kaler dribbles, picks it up, goes right side for Huntemer. Huntemer goes back left side for Kaler. In the corner for Davis, or Smith rather. Smith goes out top of the key for Kaler, dribbles, pulls up from the free throw line, and rolls it in as the shot clock was dwindling. Had to put it up and knocks it in from 15. First bucket for Kaler, he's got a deuce, and it's 21-6. Top of the key, Brewer drops it in the lane for Divis, gets it tipped away by Tetzloff and grabbed by Wright. Drop back into Divis. Divis turns around, gets stripped on the way up. I think it's going to go on Tetzloff this time, and it will. It'll be the first on Tetzloff. It looked like he may have gotten all ball there, but the referee behind the play kind of, when you swipe in with your hand like that, you're often going to get called for that foul. Divis hits another free throw. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe. All of his points have come from there. Brody McCarty checks in along with Drew Johnson, sitting down Gavin Smith and Winston Plummer. And Connor Wright sat down for the Patriots, and back in is Lane Paulson. Divis's free throw finally misses one. Remains a 14-point game, 21-7 Brookings. 20 seconds to play here. Like they can play for one if they like. Now Kaler just in the backcourt, calling everybody off, saying, well, hold on here. Inside 10 now, they start to go left hash for McCarty. In the corner for Johnson, lobbed into the baseline for Tetzloff. Goes all the way right corner. Huntemer, step back three. No good. Long rebound is tipped by Walters, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Bobcats triple up Douglas, 21-7 in the first quarter. Second quarter in 60 seconds. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
scholarships, countless state tournaments, supporting future Bobcat athletes, and assist in providing funds to help with facility upgrades and other important needs. You can visit the Bobcat Backers website at www.bobcatbackers.com.
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall, presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Second game of the doubleheader tonight here. The girls won, the boys looking for a sweep against Douglas here tonight. 21-7 after the first quarter. It'll be Bobcats ball to start things off. They'll go left to right here again in the second quarter from our vantage point in the Dallas Cole press box. Kaler, Johnson, Tetzloff, Hunemer, and McCarty. McCarty gets it on the right wing. He looks, goes top of the key for Johnson. Johnson going to face up and hoist and knock down another one. His fourth. Johnson's got 12, all from beyond the arc. And a rebound as well. 24-7 Brookings, right wing, it is Paulson. He goes in the post for Divis. Divis can't handle it. It was a little off of the mark and off his hands out of bounds. He thought he was going to get a push call against Tetzloff. Does not come. The Bobcats get it back. Johnson will start things off for Brookings. I want to say thanks to Bauer Services here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Right hash, McCarty. McCarty holds. Goes in the corner for Hunemer. Back out to McCarty. McCarty goes left side of the backcourt for Kaler. Kaler holds. Goes cross court in the corner. Johnson left open again. And in and out, no good on that one. He doesn't like the corner shot. It's the only one he hasn't made all night. Rebounded by Walters up on the other end of the elbow. Backs to the right elbow on the right side of the lane. Takes it up, gets it blocked easily by Tetzloff. And Kaler comes up with a loose ball. Kaler dribbles it up. Goes right hash for Hunemer. Cross court left side, McCarty. McCarty is in the backcourt for Kaler. McCarty hasn't shot a three yet. He's a good shooter from outside as well. Right corner Johnson, a three, air mails that one. Another heat check.
Sometimes, exactly. Sometimes when it's your night, you want to keep shooting. And again, Drew's done an excellent job shooting tonight, 4 of 7. But sometimes too, as a coach, you might want to say, "Hey, slow down a little bit. We'll get you your shots." And Douglas is in his zone, so the shots will come. But sometimes, as a shooter, man, you catch that ball and you just want to keep shooting.
Absolutely. We know you were hot early, but just hold on here. Push in the back of the backcourt, by the way, on the Douglas offensive possession. It went against Hunemer, his first. They get it in the corner, and we're going to get out of bounds. He must have stepped out of bounds when he was running across the baseline, and he touched it before he reestablished himself back in bounds. And that was Brock Morgan. So turnover back to Brookings. 6.5 to play. Second quarter, 24-7 Brookings. Down in the corner, Brody McCarty. The near side, in trouble. Goes in the backcourt now for Johnson. Johnson goes all the way in the lane. Lobbed it up for Hunemer, who goes up and alley-oops it in. 26-7. 5 points now for Hunemer on the night. In the backcourt, it is Walters. Goes left side for Paulson. Paulson dribbles to the baseline. Backs off on the wing. Pass in the backcourt now for Wright. Wright bounces it in for Walters in the lane. Pump fakes. And the shot no good. Rebound comes off. Grabbed by Hunemer. Good look. Not a bad look anyway, but no good. Bobcats have it back. Hunemer, left wing for Johnson, down in the corner. Kaler going to try. No good. Weak side board, grabbed by Wright. He gives it off now for Paulson. Paulson on the wing. Working against Kaler. Picks up the dribble, goes in the backcourt. Almost went beyond Walters' reach, but he tips it and regains possession. Walters passes left wing now for Paulson. Back to Walters. Walters down the left side of the lane underneath the hoop. Scoops it out between two defenders in the corner. A three is no good. Airball by Morgan. May have gotten blocked by Hunemer. Tetzloff across the timeline now for Kaler. Kaler in the backcourt for Johnson. Left wing to McCarty. Down in the corner, Hunemer. Hunemer holds against Divis against that zone. Divis has a wide reach. They go in the lane to Johnson underneath, and they get it to Tetzloff. He pump fakes, gets Divis in the lane. He'll get the foul and go to the free throw line for a couple. say it went on right?
Yeah.
Okay, Connor Wright picks up the foul. I thought it was going to go on Divis. Looked like he was the one who made the contact, but it went on Wright. Maybe Wright did too. He had a couple defenders there. First free throw, no good for Bergen Tetzlaff. A 58% free throw shooter on the year. Averages 12.1 points per game. John Kaler sits down. Gavin Smith in. Sitting down is Caden Walters for Douglas. Back in is Isaiah Brewer. Second free throw for Tetzlaff. Can make it 27-7, and it does. We say thanks to Anderson Insurance for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Brewer. Across to the timeline, under 5 to go, second quarter. Top of the key now, Divis. Dribbles, hands off for Morgan. Morgan guarded by Hunnemer. It's a pick. Morgan going to pull up from 18, right wing, no good, short, long rebound is kicked in the lane by Smith. Now grabbed by Tetzlaff, and he'll be fouled. I think that's going to be the third on Hand. And it will be. Second of the quarter for Douglas. Hand will have to sit down quickly again as quickly back in, Caden Walters. Didn't get much of a rest. 4:39 to play, second quarter, 27-7, Brookings with the lead. I want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson for being a sponsor. Johnson dribbles right side of the backcourt, gets to Hunnemer. And there goes near the bottom of the circle for McCarty. Left corner pass for Smith, who drives baseline. Runner from 8, no good. And rebound putback, no good for Hunnemer. And now it's rebounded by Douglas. Morgan gets it out for Brewer. Brewer, hesitation dribble into the front court. Spins in the lane, lefty turnaround shot over his left shoulder. That's tough. And he got it to go in the lane. Brewer now has 3, and it's 27-9. Brookings with the lead. Johnson goes right hash mark for McCarty. McCarty goes in the lane for Tetzlaff on the back cut. And he'll take it up. Strong and no good. Airmailed it. And rebound kicked out into the backcourt. Now going to the floor is going to be Brewer. And Tetzlaff gets the foul call. I think there's some jawing going on out there. Tetzlaff taking some exception to things being said by some Patriots players, I believe. But Tetzlaff picks up the foul. That's his second. He'll sit down. Plummer back in. Hunnemer, oh actually Tetzlaff stays out there. Winston Plummer came in for Hunnemer. Right wing pass for Morgan. It's a pick, left open, pulls up from 3, no good, short. Rebound is grabbed by Tetzlaff. Both Tetzlaff and Plummer have position. Good luck to Divis trying to get it away from him, which he tried to do. Left corner, McCarty. Douglas crowd getting impatient with something.
I think
looked like they had
Tetzlaff travel. He actually got fouled. The guy was all over his leg.
Now they get the makeup call.
Yeah,
as McCarty is going to be the victim of that. I don't think he traveled.
Nope, I don't think. I think Bergen did, but it also could have been easily a foul call. I think he just did one too many pivots. One of those things where I think the refs just kind of let it go. They're like, I won't call the foul, I won't call the travel. Let's just go. But then, like you mentioned, McCarty gets called for it on this end.
Tetzlaff now sits down, and Noah Lease, the freshman, 6-foot freshman, 43 in the game for the first time. Left wing Brewer, guarded by Smith. Goes to Divis near the top of the key. Divis looks inside. He gets it to Wright. Wright working against Johnson. Backs him down, and we're going to get a foul call. It's going to go against Drew Johnson. That'll be his first. And the third of the quarter for Brookings. Checking back in, Lane Paulson for Douglas. Sitting down is going to be Divis, the 6'6" junior. Douglas pretty small right now. Winston Plummer's in the game. This may be his chance.
Exactly.
Connor Wright to inbound. Goes in the backcourt for Paulson. Paulson dribbles, gives back left wing now for Walters. Walters dribbles, passed in the lane, and it's tipped away and stolen by McCarty. McCarty up on the other end. Top of the key for, that is Lease. Back to Paulson, right wing 3. He'll knock one down from 23. His first 3 of the game. It's 30-9. 8 now for McCarty. Down the left side of the lane, Brewer takes it in, powers it up over Smith, and gets it to go off the glass. Brewer has 5. Right corner, Lease. Jab steps, dribbles, goes top of the key for McCarty. Right wing 3, no good on that one. Rebounded by Smith. Put back, no good. And the rebound now this time is grabbed by Walters. Good rebound on the offensive end by Smith. Couldn't put it back. Paulson on the right wing. Bounces at baseline. Morgan from 17. Knocks one in from the baseline. All right, I'm not going to go in there with Winston Plummer guarding me. I'll step out and knock down a jumper. 30-13, Brookings with the lead. Smith dribbles right, hands off on the wing for Lease, pass in the backcourt for Cardi. Cardi goes right wing for Smith. Smith dribbles, goes to Lease in the corner, he'll hoist, and airmails it. The freshman may have been a little excited to get a shot off and get that one out of the way. On the other end, Brewer. Hesitation dribble between the leg, nice drive. He's going to be fouled and go to the floor hard. Looks like he's grabbing at the left hip area. Took a hard shot. Be the fourth foul for Brookings. That one on the shot, though. Gavin Smith picks up the foul, his first. As again mentioned, the fourth of the quarter for Brookings, but that one on the shot. So Brewer to the line for a couple. He's a good player, handles the ball well. He can play in the post as well. He's not very big, just 6 feet, but he'll go down and post up. Free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. He's got 5 on the night. Hunnemer and Kaler back in, sitting down. Going to be Johnson and McCarty for Brookings. 1:50 to go here in the first half. I want to say thanks to Cook's Waste Paper for being a sponsor. Brewer's second free throw is good. He's got 6. And it's 30-14. Brookings with the lead in the ball. Kaler brings it across. Calling out the play out near half court. Passes right side of the backcourt for Hunnemer. Hunnemer looking inside. Nothing there. I'll go left wing for Kaler. Kaler goes in the post for Plummer. Plummer dribbles, lost the ball, and it goes right to Paulson. Good chance to back down the player and put it up and loses the ball. Right wing Walters goes in the corner. Paulson going to hoist from 3 and no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Brookings. Smith and Hunnemer both there. Knocked it away from Brewer. A fresh 35 for Douglas. I want to say thanks to Brookings School District for being a sponsor. Brewer gets it in to Walters in the corner. Ball fake. Dribbles in the corner, now into the lane, kicks it out right wing. Morgan for 3, knocks it down. He hits a couple jumpers in a row. He's got 5, and it's 30-17. All of a sudden, a 13-point game. Right wing pass for Smith. Hands off for Hunnemer. Hunnemer goes left wing, leads, pump fakes, lobs it in for Plummer above the left block. Plummer dribbles, turnaround jump hook, and rolls in after going high off the back of the rim. Rattles in for Winston Plummer, his first bucket.
Nice touch by the big man.
Big one for Brookings. That extends it back to a 15-point game. I want to say thanks to Hometown Tire and Service for being a sponsor. On the right side of the lane, Walters takes it up, gets it blocked hard out of bounds, and slid hard into the bottom bleacher. The back of his head hit the bleachers over there off of the hard block from Winston Plummer. The crowd appreciated it. Looks like he's okay. He's going to stay in. Just took a shot to the back of the head. About a 15-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Walters will inbound underneath, right side. He's going to go top of the key for Paulson. Left wing now, that is right. Right, going to put up the long jumper, long 2, no good. Brewer with the offensive board. Shot clock is now off. 25 to play. Brewer, step back. 17-foot fall away, no good. Short, rebounded by McCarty. McCarty gets it out to Smith across the timeline. On the left hash area. He'll go to Hunnemer to start things off, or to set up the play. Now he'll hand off to Johnson. 10 to play. Johnson dribbles left hash. And he dribbles to the right side, getting poked away from behind, and coming up with the steal is going to be Walters. He throws it across the timeline. Now the ball tipped ahead, and Brewer going to dribble in the lane. He didn't get the shot off before the buzzer, so the Bobcats will take a 15-point lead in at the break. Bobcats leading 32-17 over the Douglas Patriots at half. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll have head coach of the Bobcats girls, Mitch McClagan, talk about the earlier win here in 60 seconds during our halftime show. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in South Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in South Dakota, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship. High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in South Dakota knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? South Dakota needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do South Dakota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare South Dakota's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local South Dakota high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a South Dakota high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
%, 6 of 14 from deep, 43%, and then they were 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Douglas 5 of 25 from the field, 2 of 7 from deep, 5 of 8 from the line. Brookings did a really good job of taking care of the basketball in the first half. Only 7 turnovers, which again, to them, that's a good first half. We've seen some where they've had double digits in the first half, so much better job for them taking care of the basketball. And again, when you take care of the basketball, you make your shots, it usually ends well, and through those first 16 minutes, that's exactly what it's done for the Bobcats as they find themselves up 15.
Shot well early, and that kind of catapulted them to that lead. They still are up by 15 at halftime. Take a quick look at scores from other AA games in the state. Sioux Falls Roosevelt beat Pierre earlier 72-61. Sioux Falls Jefferson beat Aberdeen Central 75-54. Mitchell is up on O'Gorman by 5. Mitchell, the number 2 team, O'Gorman 5. Mitchell up 52-47 after 3. Yankton and Spearfish in a close one in the boys game as well. 5 minutes left in the fourth, 31-28. Spearfish over Yankton. Brandon Valley and Huron playing a tight one at halftime. Brandon Valley, the number 4 team in the state, leading 29-26 over Huron. Sioux Falls Washington beating Rapid City Stevens 17-15 with 5 minutes left in the second. And Sioux Falls Lincoln, the number 1 team in the state, against Rapid City Central. That one I do not have. That must be a late start. I'm not sure. No, that one should have started, I think, but I just don't have any update on that one as of yet. But that's the scores so far. We'll take one more break, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with the second half here. The Bobcats lead 32-17 over Douglas. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball here, starting the third quarter inside Bob Jostad Gym at Brookings High School. Along with me in the Dallas Cole broadcast booth, Alec Johnson. I'm Barry Hine. Thanks to Jeff Hine back in the Brookings Radio Sports Network studio for engineering, doing a great job. Going a long duty back there, yeoman's duty tonight. Sitting back there for a couple of games. Douglas ball to start the third quarter. They're going left to right from our vantage point in the Dallas Cole press box here. Brewer, quick 3 on the right wing, deep, no good. High rebound grabbed in the lane by Hunnemer. He gives off for Kaler. Kaler will bring it across for the Bobcats and start things off. Passes right wing for McCarty. McCarty in the lane for Tetzloff, who gets the easy bucket. Came from the left wing, got a pick on the back cut, and he gets the easy bucket on a nice pass from Hunnemer. 34-17, left wing, Paulson, jab steps, dribbles to the elbow, passes right wing for Brewer, drops it in for Walters. Spin move in the post against McCarty, and got inside him, puts it up, wanted the foul, no call. Off the board strong, rebounded by Tetzloff out to Johnson. Johnson goes in the lane. It's tipped out of bounds by Brewer, intended for Hunnemer. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction. Appreciate our sponsors here on Brookings Radio Sports Network very much. Just underway in the third quarter. The Bobcats doubling up Douglas, 34-17. Right wing, it is Hunnemer. In the backcourt, he goes for Johnson. He'll swing it left wing for McCarty in the post for Tetzloff above the left block. Dribbles, and he's going to get the foul call. And it's going to go against number 1, Connor Wright. Second foul for Wright. First of the quarter for either team. McCarty underneath to inbound. He gets it to the left wing for Caleb. Top of the key for McCarty. He'll swing it right side for Johnson. Now to Hunnemer on the wing. Hunnemer looks in. Now goes cross court left wing for McCarty. In the post for Tetzloff. Tetzloff backing down against Wright. Spins, pump fakes, and left it short. Had an easy bucket. Gets his own rebound. The putback no good, but he'll be fouled. I think it's going to go on Connor Wright. We'll await the official call here. It is going to go on Wright. That'll be his third. Second of the quarter for Douglas. That one on the shot, though. So Tetzloff back to the line for his second trip of the night. He's 1 for 2. And his free throw, first one, no good. Tetzloff, 5 points, 9 rebounds. Looking for a double-double here. Averages just over 12 points per game. And averages about 8.5 rebounds per game as well. He misses both free throws this try. Still 34-17. Right wing, Walters. He's dribbling, no count. McCarty is lagging off. Lob into Brewer over Kaler. Gets it in, takes it up, gets it blocked easily by Tetzloff, his second of the ball game. Up ahead to Tetzloff into the front court, dribbles underneath the hoop, tried to go reverse layup, and got it tipped by Connor Wright. Now bringing it up is going to be Walters. Walters goes left wing. Brewer steps into a three, no good short. Rebound is grabbed at the free throw line by Morgan. Out to Walters, who will step into a three, no good. Rebounded by Tetzloff this time, out to Hunnemer. 10th rebound for Tetzloff. They find McCarty backdoor wide open, reverse layup as he had to go around Walters, who was trying to recover and block it. But the bucket for McCarty. He's got 10. Left wing, Brewer, another three try. This one he rattles in. Third three try of the second half for Brewer. He's got 9 now. The first one that went in here in the second half. McCarty dribbles into the post, turnaround jumper, and he gets it to go. Right-handed over his right shoulder. Those are tough turnarounds, but he got it to go. And it's going to be 38-20. 12 now for McCarty in the lane. Brewer takes it up. He's going to be blocked again. And he'll go to the floor hard. We're going to get a foul call, and it's going to go on Tetzloff.
Not sure how.
He went up and blocked him as he was falling to the floor.
If anything, it looked like Kaler maybe had a body in there.
Yeah, before that.
All Bergen did was come over, jump up, and block it. And you could even see once the ref called the foul on Bergen, he kind of looked over like, I jumped up and blocked it.
Yeah.
So
one of those just right. That's exactly what happened. He's like,
I think he even kind of asked, like, what did I do?
Yeah, there was no contact. He was falling to the floor. The contact, as you mentioned, came before that if there was any. And he was falling down and threw it up, and Bergen just blocked it. Second shot is good. He hits them both. So Brewer now with the 11. Full court pressure here. Hunnemer goes over the double team to Smith, who will bring it across the timeline. He's going to be double teamed out near the hash to Hunnemer. Down the right side of the lane, in the lane now, a runner from 10, no good strong. Rebound by Hunnemer, stick back, no good. Another rebound, this one by Winston Plummer, and he'll put it back up and in. 2 offensive boards for the Bobcats, gets them some points. They're back up by 18. Walters to Brewer, left wing, gets a pick. Picks it up now, goes to Morgan. Goes right wing for Walters, guarded by McCarty, he'll get a pick. Walters dribbles to the elbow, kicks it out on the wing for Morgan, gonna hoist a three. He'll knock it down. Morgan's second three, he's got 8. Johnson over a double team to McCarty, back to Johnson, and across the timeline. We're gonna get a block in the backcourt as Brewer just begging for an offensive foul call. You're not gonna get that. Stepped in, slid underneath, got the contact and went down, but that's a clear block. Looks over the bench like, oh, they got it wrong, but they didn't.
Like you said, when you're about 45 feet away from the basket, and you just kind of slide in last second.
And he just wasn't in position. They get into Plummer in the lane. He backs down, turn around, jump hook, no good. Rebounded by Wright. And the Patriots have it back, trailing by 15. Right wing Walters. Dribbles into the lane, all the way to the bucket. Nice weaving drive by Caden Walters. He gets the bucket, he cuts it to 13. He's got 5 and 7 boards. Hunter now got away with a travel. And we're going to get a whistle and a timeout by head coach Mike McCarty. Hunter clearly got away with a travel in the backcourt. And the Douglas bench was like, well, hold on here. What's going on? So a travel, and we got a timeout. We'll take 30 of it with them. Full timeout. It is 40-27. Brookings with the lead. Their ball when we come back in 30 seconds out of the timeout. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill. 4:12 to go, third quarter. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Appreciate them very much. Gavin Smith will inbound in front of the scorer's table. He gets it into Johnson. Smith, Johnson, Hunnemer, McCarty, and Plummer. McCarty, right lane, dribbles through the lane, drops it off for Plummer. Plummer's jumper just came off his hand strange. Airballed it. Rebound by Morgan. Now Brewer presses up right wing for Walters, who jab steps, dribbles in the lane, scoops it, and the shot is good for Wright as they cut it to 11. You see Douglas starting to get a little more active. They get a over the double team to Hunnemer's across the timeline. He dribbles to the right wing, picks it up, goes to Plummer in the post. Plummer dribbles, goes out on the wing. McCarty going to hoist a 3. Short, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Paulson, and the Patriots can bring it to within single digits here. Brewer, right wing, pulls up from 3, knocks it down. Big shot for the Patriots. He's got 14. He cuts it to 8. Pass to McCarty over the double team and just to nobody. Johnson wasn't looking for it. He went to the floor. Now Paulson dribbles through the lane. He goes to the floor. He'll get the foul call. And there's Douglas, all of a sudden, has the momentum on their side.
And this is where Brookings, you've really got to do a good job of not only taking care of the basketball, but also offensively slow it down a little bit. You don't want to play into this tempo that Douglas has. Like you mentioned, they've just cut it to an 8-point lead. Momentum's on their side, so Brookings has to get a stop here. And then offensively, just slow it down a little bit because you're in no rush with your 8-point lead.
Hunnemer picked up his second 3 for Brewer, no good. Had a rebound by Wright, and he had a point-blank shot at it, missed it in the lane. Now the Bobcats have it. Left corner, Kaler, 3, in and out, no good. Hunnemer with the board and the putback, short, no good. Hunnemer with another rebound and a try at the putback, and he'll be fouled on this one. So offensive rebounds again for the Bobcats, leading to some possible points. Brewer saying to his coach, Travis Miller, saying, I'm just getting pushed by somebody. I'm not sure who he's trying to call out. Hunnemer misses the free throw. Jones Hunnemer, 50% free throw shooter, averages 4.6 points per game. Averages just over 2.5 rebounds as well. Paulson sitting down along with Connor Wright. Back in, going to be Hayden Hand and Divis, the 6'6" junior. Free throw no good, rebound tapped, and the Douglas Patriots have it back, down by 8. Big free throws missed by Hunnemer there. Right wing, it is Walters, dribbles, pulls up from 19 and misses it wide left off the board. Air ball. Long 2 is not what you want anyway if you're the Patriots. Dribbling baseline spinning is McCarty, gets it tipped away, now stolen by Divis. Out ahead to Walters. And he'll hesitate down the left side of the lane now against Tetzloff. Goes in the corner for Brewer. Brewer drives baseline. It's tipped away. It ends up in the hand of Hand. And his turnaround follow is good off the board. And he'll be fouled. And you hear the Douglas crowd appreciating. They can cut it to 5 here. And the foul went on Hunnemer. That's going to be his third. 2:21 to go here, third quarter. Patriots storming back. Want to say thanks to Bose Construction, being a sponsor of high school sports here. We're going to get a sub. Hunnemer sits down. Drew Johnson back in for the Bobcats. Hunnemer with those 3 fouls. Hayden Hand, number 12, junior guard. He had his first bucket there. And he misses the free throw. Rebound is tapped in the lane, almost grabbed by Douglas. Smith has it, gets it to McCarty. Bobcats dodge a bullet there. Right wing Johnson goes in the corner for Kaler, who goes to McCarty, who it's tipped away. And he gotten it to him, McCarty would have had an easy layup. Brewer got his hand around there and tipped it away. McCarty will inbound underneath right side, checking back in Lane Paulson, and Isaiah Brewer will sit down. He's gotten it going here in the second half a little bit. Get it in the corner for Kaler. Kaler gets fouled on the hand. Hand doesn't like the call, but you can't be reaching in. You know, he out in open space like that, you're going to call for that every time. He picks up his 4th. And they're in the bonus already. So to the line, Kaler. Big throws as the Bobcats have had their the lead rather cut to 6, and it's a missed free throw for Kaler. He's got 2 points, a rebound, and an assist.
And Brookings shooting the worst from the free throw line. They are 2 of 8 from the line, so these are crucial free throws as Dunn does connect on that one. But you got to make your free throws.
I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System. Kaler's free throw, the second one, makes it a 7-point game, 41-34. He's got 3 now. Right wing Paulson dribbles to the free throw line, picks it up, bounces it in the post for Divis, guarded by Tetzloff. Turnaround jumper is good off the board for Divis. Got it to rattle in off the glass. Lead cut to 5. Kaler, hesitation dribble, pass up ahead to Smith, who had to go high for it, couldn't come up with it, and now he gets the foul as he tried to come up with a loose ball. He fouls Walters. Smith picks up his second. It'll be the 4th of the quarter for Brookings, so no more to give for them either. A 5-point lead for the Bobcats. They're clinging onto it at this point. 41-36, a minute 39 to go here, third quarter. I want to say thanks to Kubota Farmers Implement. Right hash, it is Paulson. Dribbles right by Johnson to the hoop and got it bothered on the shot. No good on the shot against Tetzloff. Rebound and the putback is good for Divis. And he's got 7 now rather, and he cuts it to 3. McCarty goes to Kaler across the timeline for Smith. Smith dribbles, goes left wing for Johnson, left open, gonna hoist. No good on the 3, rebounded by Tetzloff. He dribbles a wide open, easy putback for Bergen Tetzloff. He's got 7 now, along with his 11 rebounds. That's a big bucket for the Bobcats. 5-point lead for Brookings, right wing. Walters directing traffic here. Telling Morgan to spot up, post up against Smith. Instead, he goes out to the wing. Now puts up a 3, no good. Weak side board tapped around, and Hand saved it in over his shoulder. Chased down by Morgan in the corner. Now Walters in the lane, pump fakes, and loses the ball as Kaler stripped it away. He gets it to Tetzloff from his backside, who gets it out to Smith, who brings it across the timeline. Bobcats get the turnover. Less than a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, or about a second. The Bobcats can essentially hold for 1 if they like. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Kaler out top in the circle, no count yet. The defender, Hand is lagging off. He goes right side for Johnson, ball tipped around and now stolen, going to the floor is going to be right. He gets it out to Walters. Walters kicks it right wing for Hand, who heaves it up, falling to the floor. Didn't have a good handle on it. And a bit of wild play there in the last few seconds of the third quarter. And the Bobcats lead by 5, 43-38. Brookings ball when we come back in 60 seconds to start the fourth quarter. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
for the Bobcats.
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall, presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Start of the fourth quarter. Brookings hanging on to a 5-point lead, led by as many as 17. Johnson has it to start things off. Passes right wing for McCarty. In the lane for Tetzloff, who pump fakes. Dribbles, scoops it across to Johnson, who has a good look. He drew the defenders to Tetzloff and scooped it over unselfishly to Johnson for an easy bucket. He's got 14.
And that's just good patience by Bergen Tetzloff. He could have gone up with it, and we've seen him draw a couple fouls. Hasn't been shooting the ball well from the free throw line, so just good patience there by him to get it to an easy bucket for Drew Johnson.
Left wing Brewer gonna put up a three. Short, no good. Long rebound tipped into the backcourt. Grabbed by Wright to Brewer. Left baseline dribbles all the way. Takes it up. Reverse layup against Hunnemer. Hunnemer blocks it, and he knocks it out of bounds. Last touched by Hunnemer. Brewer should have taken it up on the other side of the basket. He didn't have any defenders over there. He brought it over to where Hunnemer was. Made it easier for him to make a play on it.
Lefty, too. You'd think he would have gone up on that strong side, like you said. Just kind of went into no man's land on the right side. Good help side defense there by Hunnemer.
Bounced on the left baseline for Wright. In the backcourt for Hand. Hand dribbles down the right side of the lane. Pump fakes, takes it up against Tetzloff. Gets it blocked on the way up. Another block for Tetzloff. McCarty has it. Gets it out for Hunnemer. Hunnemer across the timeline, down in the corner for Smith. Right wing now McCarty dribbles in, takes it all the way, and the teardrop runner goes over the outstretched arm of the lanky Divis at 6'6". And McCarty, nice move in the lane. He's got 14. Pass in the backcourt, tipped away by Hunnemer, almost stolen. Goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Here's the Bobcats ratcheting up the D here. Back to a 9-point lead for Brookings. Pass in the backcourt for Hand, who chases it down. And right wing. Dribbles top of the key. His left side for Wright. Wright looking in the lane. Gets it to Divis. Turnaround jumper is no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Hand. Kicks it in the corner. Morgan a three. No good short. Rebound grabbed by Wright. The putback is no good. Rebound by Wright. The putback is good this time. Bobcats just could not get a hold of the ball. It kept getting tipped around. And Douglas kept coming up with it. 30-second timeout. Quick by Douglas after the made basket. They cut it to 7. 6:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 47-40 Brookings. 6:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. I want to say thanks to Bauer Services for being a sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. So a good start to the fourth quarter for Brookings. They needed to come out strong after a shaky third quarter.
Exactly what they needed to do. Momentum was fully on the Douglas side after the end of that third quarter. You could hear it, but you could also see it from their players. So what Brookings needed to do to start the fourth, they did, which helped them out here. Now they've got that 7-point lead. So still pressure on, 6:30 left. They're going to have to handle that pressure, continue to take care of the basketball, and again on the offensive end, just the patience that we've seen so far here through the first minute and a half.
Full court pressure out of the timeout. Kind of figured that's what Douglas was going to do. Get it into Johnson. He passed over a double team to McCarty. Out ahead now across the timeline for Smith. Smith goes baseline for Tetzloff. Tetzloff holds, goes cross court right wing Johnson. Left open from three and can't get it to go. Rebounded by Divis, and Douglas can cut into a 7-point lead. 6:15 to go, fourth quarter. Brewer, hesitation dribble, crossover down the right side lane, hangs in the air, gets it to go off the board over Smith. Nice move by Brewer, he's got 16. Double teamed now is McCarty, gets it tied up, and the arrow in favor of Douglas as they're ratcheting up their defense full court. Kaler checks in, Smith will sit down, looks like he might be limping a little bit, Gavin Smith. Not sure what happened there, it looked like on that defensive play against Brewer, came up a little lame. Brewer goes in the backcourt for Hand, near the left hash. 6 minutes to play. Hand passes left wing for Walters. Japseps gets a pick, pulls up from the free throw line. 15-footer's good. Cuts it to 3. Hunnemer gets it into Kaler. Kaler back to Johnson, right side. Johnson goes up to McCarty, goes up to get it against Hand. He dribbles it across the timeline. Hunnemer in the backcourt. to Kaler. Right side Johnson going to put up a three. No good. Rebound and the putback by Tetzloff is good. And he's fouled. Big rebound and stick back for Bergen Tetzloff. With that, he's got his 12th rebound and his 9th point, and he can have a double-double if he knocks down the free throw where he's struggled tonight. Big bucket for Brookings, extends it back to 5, 49-44. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance for being a sponsor. Free throw in and out, no good. Rebound is fought for, and now it's on the floor as Kaler couldn't corral it. It goes through his wickets, and Brewer comes away with it. Brewer in the backcourt for Douglas. Pass left wing for Hand, who just couldn't get his hands around it. It was not a bad pass. He just missed it, and it went out of bounds. Back over to Brookings.
Huge break for Brookings, and now they got to capitalize off that. Not too many times do they get those types of turnovers just kind of given to them, but now you got to capitalize off of it.
McCarty, left side of the backcourt, goes top of the key for Kaler. He swings it right wing for Hunemer. He gets the ball tipped by Walters. Now he drives baseline, and Walters with a wraparound tip away from behind. And it's out of bounds. Stays with Brookings underneath right side. 23 on the shot clock. I want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson for being a sponsor of high school sports here. McCarty looking to get it inbounds. Gets it in the right wing to Johnson. In the post now for Tetzloff. Right block area. Dribbling against Divis. Backs him down. Takes it up strong. No good. Gets his own rebound. Stick back. No good. And the second rebound grabbed by Morgan. Now he'll get it tipped away. But Hunemer will going to get tagged for the foul. He doesn't like the call, but that's one where you're going to get all the time as well when he swept his left arm all the way from down by his hip and knocked the ball away. And you're going to get called for that one every time as well. Hunemer sits down, 4 fouls, and back in is going to be the freshman, number 43, that is Lease, coming into the game. Noah, a 6-foot freshman, number 43. And now a pass in the backcourt again, errant and out of bounds, and it was Hand again. Intended for Hand. And it goes back out of bounds, back over to Brookings.
Again, Brookings happy, not even really forcing those turnovers. They are just getting them handed to them. But like you said, now they got to capitalize off of that.
McCarty's three-pointer on the wing is blocked, but he's going to be fouled. It's going to go against Brewer. That'll be 3. Brewer didn't like the call. I couldn't tell from here. 3 was right there. 3 free throws coming up for Brody McCarty. Bobcats have not shot well from the free throw line tonight. And they need a couple here. They lead by 5. Brody McCarty stepping to the stripe. Leading scorer on the team, 10.4 per game. It's the first one of 3. He's a 67% free throw shooter. Thanks to Cook's Waste Paper for being a sponsor of high school sports here. McCarty. Free throw 2 of 3. Rattles that one in. 51-44. Wright checking back in for Douglas, sitting down Morgan. 16 points now on the night for Brody McCarty. Tied for the lead in the game along with Brewer for Douglas. And now he's the lead scorer in the game as he hits all 3. Big throws for the Bobcats, extends the lead to 8, 52-44. Walters in the backcourt directing traffic, lost the ball. Almost another unforced turnover. And he passes on the wing for Hand. Hand goes to Brewer, right wing deep 3 from 24, no good. High rebound is tipped away from McCarty. We're going to get the over the back call though. Connor Wright, he didn't like it, but it was the right call.
Great box out by Brody McCarty. And sometimes too nowadays, if you're not boxing out quite like that, some refs don't call it one of those things where if you're just getting jumped over, it's more of just an athletic ability. But Brody did an excellent job there of holding out right and did a good job. Good call there by the refs.
John Kaler double team, gets it tipped away down in that coffin corner. Almost lucky that happened.
Not where you want to go on the full court press.
Not where you want to be on a trap press. Johnston gets it into Kaler. He'll dribble around a defender and crosses the timeline all the way to the left hash. Goes top of the key for McCarty, who pump fakes, dribbles down the center of the lane, takes contact, and goes to the floor hard and gets a little stare down from Connor Wright.
And he knew that was his 5th too, so it was the stare down. Yep.
Yeah, Connor Wright stared him down after the foul. I don't know why he stared him down. He just fouled him. Didn't stop him from scoring. Or he stopped him from scoring, but he's going to go to the line to shoot a couple, where he just hit 3 in a row. Bobcats have done a good job keeping their composure tonight. There's been a lot of yapping out there. So sitting down is Connor Wright with those 5 fouls. Morgan comes back in. McCarty back at the line. He hit 3 on the previous trip after getting fouled on a three-pointer. And he hits that one off the back of the rim and straight back through. And rattled it back through. He's got 18 to lead all players now on the night. And it's a 9-point lead again for the Bobcats. I want to say thanks to Brookings School District for being a sponsor here. Second free throw from McCarty is good, nothing but net. 10-point lead again for the Bobcats. A timeout on the floor by Brookings. We'll take 30 of it with them. Full timeout on the floor, 4:14 to play. Douglas ball when we come back. Bobcats lead 54-44 here in the fourth quarter. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Those 2 free throws for Brody McCarty were big. They stretched the lead back out to 10. They've had the answer for Douglas, who have clawed their way back into this game.
Yeah, they have. Douglas done a good job pressuring the Bobcats here in the second half, especially in this fourth quarter, the way they ended the third. So now, like you said, Brookings with a 10-point lead, 4 minutes left. Again, needing that patience on the offensive end. You're in no rush to score with your 10-point lead if you can keep getting it down low to Bergen Tetzlaff, who's done a really good job of drawing either the double team or getting fouled. He is 4 of 11 from the field. A lot of those layups he probably wishes he could have back. Nonetheless, though, he's done an excellent job getting to the free throw line and also rebounds, leads the team with 13 so far tonight.
Brewer through the lane, shot no good, rebound tipped away from Divis, and now the Bobcats have it. Hunnemer goes to Johnson. Bergen Tetzlaff and Brody McCarty both threatening a double-double. Tetzlaff with 9 points and 13 rebounds, and 19 points and 9 rebounds for McCarty. McCarty dribbles in the corner, goes to Tetzlaff. Probably should have taken it up, goes in the backcourt for Kaler, right wing to Johnson, down in the corner for Hunnemer. Hunnemer gets it tipped away by Morgan, now to McCarty. McCarty, contact. The Douglas crowd wanted an offensive foul as Brewer took the contact and didn't get the call as he went to the floor. Probably should have been something, one way or the other. Lobbing it all the way in the lane for Divis was Walters, and on the rebound, Divis was worried about Tetzlaff behind him, put it high off the board, and Tetzlaff grabs the miss, and he'll be fouled. That's going to be on Divis, and that'll be his first. But we're in the bonus, so we'll head down to the other end. So Tetzlaff to the line, as you mentioned moments ago, not having his best night from there. He hits one, and he's got a double-double. First free throw for Tetzlaff is good. There's the double-double, 10 points, 14 boards, and an assist for Bergen Tetzlaff here on the night. 3:26 to play here in the ball game. I want to say thanks to Hometown Tire and Service for being a sponsor. Tetzlaff hits them both. Big throws. And he's got 11 and 14 now. 12-point lead for the Bobcats now. Back up to double digits, 3:20 to play. Walters near the bottom of the circle, dribbling to the right side. In the lane, kicks it in the corner, hand for 3. Rattles it in, big bucket for Douglas. He's got 5. That cuts it back to 9. Full court pressure, Johnson over a double team, right side to Kaler. Kaler dribbles, he's going to need some help here. Everybody started to run up court. He gets it to McCarty across the timeline now. Right side to Johnson, down to the baseline for Hunnemer. Back left wing for Kaler. Kaler goes top of the key in the backcourt for McCarty. Right side for Johnson. Right wing now for Hunnemer. Top of the key for Kaler. Kaler in the corner for McCarty. Step back 3. No good. Rebounded by Tetzlaff. And the putback is good as he got inside of Divis. And nothing anybody could do once he had the ball. He had great position. He's got 13 and 15 now.
He's got 6 in the quarter. Like we said, he struggled from the free throw line in the field tonight, but in the fourth quarter, he's making it when he needs to.
Tipped away from Hunnemer off of the knee of a Patriot, and comes away to Johnson, and now we get it up on the other end, and we're going to get a travel call. McCarty took an extra shuffle on the right elbow area, and we'll go back over to Douglas. Lane Paulson going to check back in. Sitting down is Connor Wright. So Walters will start things off here. Walters left open from the right wing, pulls up, no good on the three, rebounded by Hunnemer, and Hand almost got a foul again. They probably should have called that. He wonders why he gets fouls for whatever reason, and he's always reaching. Kaler was left wing for Johnson. He goes in the post for Tetzlaff, tipped away from behind by Divis, but Hunnemer there to pick it up on the wing. Dribbles into the backcourt, going to be fouled by Caden Walters. That's going to be his third. And they may be doing this on purpose now with less than 2 minutes to go. They're down by 11. To the line goes Jones Hunnemer, 50% free throw shooter on the year, so not a bad one to put on the line if you're Douglas. But he knocks that one down calmly. He averages 4.6 points per game. He's got 6 now, along with 9 rebounds and 2 assists. We've got a lot of players for the Bobcats filling up the stat sheet today.
Exactly, yeah. A lot of rebounds, a lot of points.
Second free throw is good for Hunnemer. Stretches the lead out to 13. Minute 50 to play. Bobcats trying to get win number 1. Dribbling to the front court goes Walters, gets it in the corner, Hand rattles in another 3 where he hit one a few trips ago. Almost a carbon copy. And that cuts it to 10. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 30 of it with them. It's a full timeout. A minute 40 to go here in the fourth quarter. 60-50 Brookings with the lead. And it will be the Bobcats ball when we come back in 30 seconds. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball here, powered by Brookings Auto Mall, presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill from the Dallas Cole Press Box. Here inside Brookings High School at Bob Josted Gym, along with Alec Johnson, I'm Barry Hine. We appreciate you joining us for Friday Night Hoops. And the Bobcats looking for win number 1. Looking good here, up by 10 with a minute 40 to play.
Exactly, a minute 40. All you need to do is take care of the basketball. Expect Douglas probably going to continue to foul, try and send you to the line. Brookings done an excellent job this quarter of making their free throws when they need to, so that's something they need to continue to do down the final 1 minute and 40 stretch.
And they struggled most of the game from the line. Have stepped it up here in the fourth quarter, as you mentioned. Kaler gets it, and he gets it back to Hunnemer. We'll bring it across the timeline, picks it up, out near half court, goes top of the key for McCarty. McCarty dribbles, hands off now for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles to the left wing, goes in the corner for Tetzlaff. Tetzlaff dribbles, hands off for Kaler. Kaler dribbles in the backcourt, gets it tipped away from behind by Walters, chased down by Kaler. Kaler dribbles now, back across the timeline. He's gonna spin around Walters. And got it between 2 defenders. Tried to kick it into the corner and loses the ball. Got fouled, picked it up, and fell to the floor. Like get me out of here. He's going to go to the free throw line. Hopefully he's not too jarred after the contact. Taylor's going to try to stretch out a 10-point lead. He's got 3 in the game, along with a rebound and an assist. Hits the free throw calmly as the Bobcats have really stepped it up from the stripe here late. 61-50. Taylor's second free throw could make it a 12-point ball game with a minute 12 to go, and it does. Rolled around and hung on the front of the rim and fell through. Get it in now. Walters will let it bounce out in front of him. Picks it up just across half court. A minute 10 to play. Walters down the right side of the lane. Kicks it in the corner. Morgan will hoist a 3. No good. Short rebound. Grabbed by Hand. Dribbled into his own player and lost it off Walters. And now Hunnemer brings it out of there. He'll get tipped away from behind. He'll have to save it in over his head as he found McCarty wide open underneath the bucket for an easy basket. And the Bobcats celebrating after that one. Right wing pump fake. Walters to the free throw line. Kicks it in the corner. Morgan for 3. No good. Short rebound is fought for as Hand got an elbow on the right on the front of the face of Jones Hunnemer. And that'll do it for Hand. He's going to foul out with 8 points and a rebound. Hunnemer still on his back in the lane. And we're going to get
And they're actually going to call a foul on Jones Hunnemer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm only saying that because I saw the ref just signal and say white 2 with the hold. So that is his 5th foul.
5 on Hunnemer instead of 5 on Hand. Hunnemer fouls out.
As he got, like you said, he got smoked in the face. So
yeah, he just came off the floor and said, "How's that on me?" I'm with you, Jones. I didn't think it was either. So he'll have to sit down. That'll end his night. 40.9 to go. It's just the second foul for Brookings in the quarter. So Walters will inbound. He gets it in the corner for Morgan. Out to Hand, right wing. Back in the corner for Walters. Dribbles. Step back 3 from the right wing. Nothing but net for Walters. He's got 10 now, along with 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Full court pressure. They get it into McCarty. Back to Smith over a triple team. Now Smith picks it up. Goes to McCarty. Out ahead across the timeline for Johnson. Johnson going to be double teamed. Dribbles, goes in the corner, and tipped away by Morgan. Stolen, and he gets it to Hand. Hand across the timeline, dribbles, goes right side. Morgan steps into a 3, knocks it down, and cuts it to 11 with just 6 points to go, and we got a timeout. I think, incidentally, Travis Miller got a timeout called, though he didn't want one. With 6 seconds left, he's like, "I'm not calling a timeout with 6 seconds left, guys."
Yeah,
or is he saying some ran off after he got?
I don't know, because he looked directly at the referee, and so he's asking, "Do you want your timeout right now?" So I don't know. I mean, maybe. So they are going to take it, but the middle ref was asking him, "Do you want your timeout?" Which I don't know. I've never seen. So maybe he could have said, "No, thank you," and then it would have just been play on. But I don't know.
Very
Weird.
confusing. Not sure what he was complaining about. If he did, for a second, I thought he was saying he didn't call the timeout. But then he might have been complaining about there's maybe a second ran off the clock after he called the timeout. I'm not sure what was going on there.
Because now they're also out of timeouts, but like you said, down 11 with 5 seconds. I mean, probably doesn't really matter. But I don't know if he was saying, well, now they're out of timeout, so he's not going to be able to call one. But again, with 5.9, it really shouldn't matter. I just have never seen a ref, I guess, ask the coach if he still wanted it, but he either didn't answer, and then when the ref said just start the clock, or he did say yes, I'll take it. But
here at Hunnemer and Carter Holm, we're at the table trying to get an explanation about something as well, but I think we've got it all figured out. The Bobcats are just going to come out of the huddle, inbound it, and try to run the clock out here. Or did they only give him a 2 on that shot, too? It looks like they did. Or was that? No, it was a 3. They gave him a 3. You're right. So it's down to 8. Getting in bounds to McCarty, who's going to be fouled. And there's 5.3 ticks on the clock here. Just very confused about what happened there, what the complaint was about. Bobcats look like they're going to hold on here, and it would be pretty miraculous if they didn't. McCarty steps to the line. He's got 21 and 9 on the night. Doesn't look like he'll come up with a double-double. It's going to be tough to pick our player of the game here tonight. We've got several to choose from. McCarty's free throw is good. He's got 22 and 9 to go along with 5 dimes, by the way. 65-56. 5.3 to go here. We'll do our post game. We'll take a look at some scores in other AA games. We'll give our thoughts on the game. And we will take a look at stats. We'll talk with head coach Mike McCarty and a player or two, and we'll pick our players of the game. Both free throws good. It's a 10-point game, and it's across the timeline, and pulling up from 3 on the right wing. No good for Walters, and the rebound comes down for Kaler, and that's going to do it. The Bobcats get win number 1 on the year. And we have confetti. Can we drop some confetti for this one? Did you bring your confetti gun, Alec Johnson?
I can start
just
my stat sheets.
There you go.
Rip them up and toss them out.
Yeah, whatever you got to do in tough circumstances. But at the end of the game, the Bobcats are ahead, 66-56, to improve to 1 and 18 on the year. And with the loss, Douglas falls to 5 and 14. But more importantly, again, they were in that number 16 spot in the Sodak 16 at 5 and 13, and now 5 and 14. So will that drop them out of the top 16? We'll have to figure out all that stuff probably on Sunday, and see what all the wranglings for those top 16 spots in AA. We'll take a 4-minute break. We'll have our thoughts on the game. We'll take a look at stats. We'll have head coach Mike McCarty along with a player or two from the Bobcats, and then we'll pick our players of the game as we start the post game next in 4 minutes. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.